to have a Democrat like Scott Pryor who values the Second Amendment. It gives me hope that there is a chance to turn that corner. Scott is one of approximately 16 million liberal gun owners who fully support and fight for the Second Amendment. Scott is also a competitive shooter and the creator of the popular YouTube channel Scooters Brass. Please join me in welcoming an awesome bridge builder within the Second Amendment advocacy world, Scott Pryor.
Thank you. Good afternoon. It's a little more windy than it was earlier. Didn't expect this. Well, I guess we kind of did expect it. Yeah, I'm a liberal. I was with the Democratic Party for several years back in the early, mid-2000s. I ran for the Senate in 2012, 2014, and 2016 out in Apache Junction. I lost. It happens, right? So I wanted to thank Victor. I don't know where he's at. He was over here just a few minutes ago because he kind of led into what I wanted to talk about. I didn't write a speech today because, why? I just want to talk to you like an American. So let's get comfortable. Liberals own guns too, okay? I am going to teach you today how to talk to liberals because that's where the problem is that people don't talk anymore. We cannot have a discussion about any issue without it turning into name-calling, harassment, bullying, whatever you want to call it. So, when you're talking to liberals, not all of us hate guns. Trust me, there is a lot of us out there that have guns. I shoot competitively. I started in 2018 shooting competitively out of Rio Salado, out in the East Valley. I've been shooting for now since then. And one of the things that I've noticed is that there's not a lot of political, aside from a little bit playful banter between friends, there's not a lot of politics at the range. And it kind of gave me hope that maybe I could be a bridge between conservative Second Amendment people and liberal Second Amendment people. And in that, over the past few years, I've been actually helping high members of the Democratic Party here in Arizona arm themselves and get training. Because when it comes down to it, that's the big part, is first, arm yourself, then get training. Because if you don't have those two things, you're gonna fail. So, when you wanna talk to your liberal friends and say you wanna take them to the gun range, don't ask them if they wanna go to the gun range, ask them if they would like to go out and have some fun outdoors. And then trick them into going to the gun range. Now, one of the things I found out was that a lot of liberals, when you put an AR-15 in their hands and you're at the range and they start shooting, their opinion changes fast because it's fun. That's one of the things that we need to convey to liberals. It's fun, it's enjoyable, it's a stress relief. So remember that the next time you visit with your liberal friends. Now, the things that online that you should not do is when somebody says that they support the 2A and they're a liberal, don't bash them. I get that all the time. People, oh, well, you know, you're not very good, probably. You probably just play Army on the weekends. No, I'm a competitive shooter. And in 5 years, I've gone from being able to hit a target at 150 yards to last year where I hit my first target at 620 yards. Now, when you're blind as a bat like I am and have to wear trifocals just so you don't run into the wall in the house that you've lived in for 25 years, it's a hard thing to do. Encouragement. Encourage liberals to try something that they are not comfortable with. Be nice about it. Don't be mean. Victor was talking about that. We shouldn't. We're all Americans. If we lean a little left, we lean a little right, we're still all Americans. So let's have that respectful civic discourse now. Bring them in. Make them part of the movement. One of the reasons why I left the Liberal Gun Club 2 years ago was because it was the second year I spoke here. They were upset that I was speaking here because, number one, I didn't ask permission. They thought I was going to be representing the Liberal Gun Club, but I wasn't. I was representing myself. And they also said that they did not like to have people come to this event because they weren't sure if they felt comfortable being here. And I have a problem with that because protecting the Second Amendment and the Constitution as a whole is not about comfort. It's about protecting our rights as citizens to not be infringed by the government, period. So who cares if there's a little discomfort? Discomfort is what creates debate. Debate creates conversation. It doesn't separate us, it brings us together. So, that's another thing that you do with your liberal friends. Don't call them names. Unless they're your friends and you're joking around. And if they're your friends, they're gonna know. My friends know that if I'm giving them hell, that I really like them. So, keep that in mind. The third thing about liberals is that they don't know what an AR is. Most of us. I do. I own 1 or 3 of them myself. But a lot of liberals do not know firearms because they've never been exposed to firearms. So when you talk to them, be specific. Don't talk about the black rifle gun. They don't understand that. They see the big scary gun on the TV, they call it an assault rifle, even if it's a single shot 22. They're still gonna do that because they don't know. So, when you talk to your liberal friends, say, I would like to educate you. I would like to show you why the guns and stuff that we use in competition, self-defense, etc., are not as dangerous as you think they are. Go to them, talk to them, and take them to the range. Give them the experience that they have not had, and you will change hearts and minds. Trust me, I've done it. It's not easy. Sometimes you are going to get the occasional that's really, really anti-gun, even though they don't know what one is, and you can't really work with those. But reach across to the ones that are interested that may just need to be educated. Now, it was a couple of months ago, there was a conversation on Facebook. Some of my liberal friends were having a conversation about how you can go any gun store here in Arizona and you can get a gun and you don't have to have your driver's license or anything. You just walk in and they'll just give it to you. And my first thought was, well, that's a load. But the next thought was, okay, it's time to educate. So I responded back to him. I said, Fred, that's not correct. I said, it is impossible for you to walk into a gun store in Arizona, or in any state for that matter, and just buy a gun without having your driver's license or CDL, filling out the proper paperwork, going through the background check. It's impossible to do that in any FFL in the United States because it's against the law. And he actually responded and said, I did not know that. So it's not that they hate guns, and well, some do. Let's be fine about that. But a lot of them just need to be educated. They just don't know. They don't understand. And Victor was right. There are a lot of ignorant lefties because of the fact that they have not had the experience that we can give them if we stop the right versus left. So, your homework, should you choose to accept it, and you will, is to go out, find your liberal friends, take them to the gun store, take them to the gun range, take them out, show them. Have them over, show them the guns without ammo in them and explain how they work. That way they understand that an AR-15 is a semi-automatic rifle and not a machine gun. Otherwise, they just don't know. So, I'm really happy to have been here today. It's been an honor the past 3 years speaking here. I do everything I can just so I can try to make people think differently. And I've had some success. I've also had some failures because that does happen. But if we work together, left and right, two-way constitutional supporters, we can overbuild what they're building to try to stop us now. So, let's work together, folks. We can get it done. Thank you.
All right, Scott. Thank you so